Welcome back, everyone, to Cybersecurity Unmasked, the podcast by IT BizTech. Last time we got down to the wire with office networks, cabling IT solutions, that kind of thing. But this time we're going up into the cloud.
Into the cloud, that's right.
And, we always like to focus on real-world stuff.
Yeah.
So this deep dive is going to be based on actual client projects.
Absolutely.
That we did. And we've also got a great blog post about this, too, on the IT BizTech website.
Mm-hmm.
But, I bet a lot of you out there, even if you're not in IT, you've probably run into this problem of like, how do I access my files remotely?
For sure.
So this is what this company was dealing with, and we're going to break down how they solved it and what you can learn from their experience.
Some great takeaways for sure.
So picture this. You're a company in Toronto.
Okay.
And you're totally reliant on your building's internet.
Right.
You don't have control over the firewall, any of that stuff.
That's more common than you think. Especially for smaller businesses. They're in a shared space.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily have the resources to set up their own dedicated internet.
Right.
So they kind of inherit whatever the building has, and that can be a real security vulnerability.
Well, and in this case, it turned into a major headache when COVID hit.
Oh, yeah.
The building went into lockdown. And guess what? They were completely locked out of their own files. It's a business continuity nightmare.
Yeah, you never really, how do you
think about it until something like that happens?
Right.
And then suddenly it's like, oh my gosh, we have no plan for this?
Exactly.
That's where business continuity planning comes in.
Yeah.
You got to think about those what ifs,
So they came to us and they're like, we need help.
Right.
We need remote access. We need better security, and we need automatic backups.
Pretty standard stuff these days.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't want that, right?
Exactly. It's not just big businesses that need this anymore.
So what did we do? We migrated them to the cloud?
To the cloud? Specifically, Microsoft SharePoint 365.
Yeah, a very popular solution.
But what does that actually mean?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Well, basically it means they can now access their files from anywhere.
Oh, wow.
Any device.
Okay.
And SharePoint has this really great search functionality.
Okay.
So you can easily find what you're looking for. No more digging through folders.
And remember how I said they were stuck with their building's network before?
Yeah.
Well, we took care of that too.
Okay, how so?
We gave them company laptops for all their employees.
So no more relying on those office desktops.
Exactly.
That's a huge step in taking control of your IT.
Yeah.
You're not at the mercy of the building anymore.
And we didn't stop there. We also set up an intranet with secure VPN authentication.
Right, so it's not just about being able to access your files.
Yeah.
It's about doing it securely.
So it's convenient, but also safe?
Exactly. Security is layered. It's not just about having one tool or one solution.
It's all about working together.
This case study really shows how those different elements work together.
So think about your own situation.
Yeah.
Are your files really secure? Can you access them from anywhere? Could this kind of migration make your workflow smoother?
Something to consider, for sure. Definitely. This client story, it's pretty relatable.
Yeah.
Because a lot of businesses think, oh, the cloud, that's just for Google and Amazon.
Yeah, right.
The big guys.
Not for us little guys.
Right, exactly. But this case shows that it can be a game changer for anyone.
I mean, seriously, they went from being completely locked out of their files to having this incredible freedom.
Yeah, just imagine never having to worry about being chained to your desk again.
It's like that weight lifted off your shoulders.
Yeah. That peace of mind is huge.
And the security boost is nothing to sneeze at either.
No, definitely not. SharePoint's not just about storage. It's about keeping that data safe.
With automatic backups and everything.
Right? No more data loss nightmares.
Yeah. It's almost like having a whole IT department working for you behind the scenes.
Exactly. Constantly making sure everything's running smoothly.
And this is what I think is really cool about this project.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about moving their files to the cloud. It was about creating this whole ecosystem.
A holistic approach, right.
Yeah, we gave them the laptops. We set up this secure intranet with the VPN.
All those layers working together.
Exactly. It's like building a fortress around their data.
Yeah. And another thing that often gets overlooked is scalability.
Oh, right.
As this company grows, their cloud setup can grow with them.
So they don't have to buy new servers and all that jazz.
Exactly. No need to worry about all that hardware.
It's like having a digital foundation that can adapt to whatever they need.
Exactly.
But let's zoom out for a second.
Okay.
Why should anyone care about this whole cloud thing?
Well, I think there's still some confusion about what the cloud actually is.
Right. People hear the cloud and they're like, huh,
Exactly. But really, it's all about simplifying things, making things more secure,
And giving you that control.
empowering businesses.
It's not just about storage.
It's about accessibility,
Having your data whenever you need it, wherever you need it.
collaboration,
Working together seamlessly.
breaking down those barriers,
It's about being more efficient, more productive.
and having that peace of mind knowing your data is safe.
And if you're still on the fence about this whole cloud thing,
Mm-hmm.
I highly recommend checking out the blog post we did on this project.
Yeah, it's called IT Services for a Toronto Company Cloud Migration.
With a little checkmark emoji at the end.
But of course.
It really breaks down all the details and shows you the real benefits.
It'll give you a much clearer picture of what cloud migration can actually do for your business.
So yeah, definitely worth a read.
For sure.
Now let's get specific.
Okay.
We've talked about the cloud in general,
Yeah.
but let's talk about Microsoft SharePoint 365.
Right, because that's the platform we chose for this client. This is where the rubber meets the road.
So SharePoint, a lot of people have heard the name,
Mm-hmm.
but what is it really?
You know, it's kind of like that ultimate online workspace
Trev?
where you can store files, share files, work on projects together.
So it's more than just a Dropbox or Google Drive kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. It's way more powerful than that.
And this is what really appealed to our client, right?
Yeah, they were really struggling with that whole remote work thing.
Mhm.
People were all over the place, couldn't find the files they needed.
And SharePoint just brought everyone together.
Exactly. Everyone's on the same page, literally.
And they loved that search function.
Oh, yeah. That's a game changer.
No more digging through endless folders.
Just type in what you need and boom, it's right there.
But of course, security is always a top concern.
Absolutely.
And SharePoint doesn't mess around in that department.
No, it's got some really robust features.
Like what kind of stuff?
Well, you can control who has access to what,
Okay.
down to the individual file level.
So no more worrying about someone accidentally seeing something they shouldn't.
Exactly. You have complete control.
And that's what we talk about all the time, right?
Yeah.
Those layers of protection.
Mm-hmm. It's not just about one thing. It's about the whole system working together.
And SharePoint gives you the tools to create a really strong security framework.
And here's another thing that's cool.
Yeah.
SharePoint plays really well with other Microsoft products.
Oh, right. Like Outlook and Teams.
Exactly. So it all just flows together.
So like having this one big happy Microsoft family.
Yeah, exactly. And for businesses that are already using Microsoft stuff.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, just makes sense.
So this client's story really shows that moving to the cloud,
Mm-hmm.
and specifically SharePoint,
Can be a real game changer.
it's not just about keeping up with the times.
It's about being ahead of the curve.
Improving security, boosting collaboration, streamlining everything.
But you're not on the cloud yet.
You're missing out.
Seriously, think about it.
Well, that about wraps up another episode of Cybersecurity Unmasked. We hope you learned something new about the power of the cloud.
And how SharePoint can take your business to the next level.
And as always, if you have any questions or need help with your IT,
Don't hesitate to reach out to us at IT BizTech.
we're always happy to help.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
We'll catch you next time for another deep dive into the world of cybersecurity.